Okay, this is the Anthropology Department's congratulations to our 2020 graduate students cohort. What we would like to do is tell all of you how much we've appreciated having you as part of the department and how much we look forward to seeing what you do in the future. So to start off, what we're going to do is essentially introduce each of our graduates and say a little bit one each of them in turn. First up is going to be graduate student Miranda Ellers, who is part of the physical anthropology program. So if Miranda, in this case, what we'll do is we'll start with everybody's chair. Miranda, we have greatly appreciated watching you grow as a professional in our program. Your thesis was well done. You put in a lot of hard work this past year. But you've also been a remarkable team member, especially for our human identification lab.
Miranda, we're really going to miss you. You have definitely been a great student to work with over the last couple of years, and we wish you well. We know you're going to do great things in the future. Thank you very much.
Miranda, we are going to miss you a ton, and I count myself lucky to have had you in every single class for my first 2.5 years here. So best of luck in the future. I'm sure you'll stay in touch and keep us up to date on what you're doing in the future.
Miranda, it's been a joy getting to work with you in the very beginning, and now especially this semester as you prepare and defend your thesis and prepare to move on to the next great thing. It's been fun to see you grow, and I'm so going to appreciate your work in my classes.
Okay, our next student, Jacqueline Delamini-Skepham, also physical anthropology program and our Fulbright scholar currently in our overall anthropology program.
Jacqueline, we will miss you so much in the lab, and as you know, we have earned the nickname Honey Badger in the field, and we will miss having you there to dig more dirt and sift more screens than most of us can do in a solid field day. So best of luck in the future. You have been absolutely wonderful in the time we've had you here. Your thesis was incredibly well done, and best of luck moving forward.
Jacqueline, we're really going to miss you. You've made a tremendous impact on our program. You've been just a stellar student all the way through. You've done great research, and you've been a huge asset to our human identification lab and our recovery team. And you brought a new perspective and a great sense of humor. We hope you stay in touch, and we are really going to miss you very much.
Yeah, Jacqueline, we're going to miss you incredibly in our program. As everyone else has said, you've been a tremendous asset, but we also know and hope that you, as you return to your native Chile, that you are also a tremendous asset professionally to your home community as well.
Jacqueline, you are excel at everything you put your mind to, and I just want to say that you're the best Socratic learning method person I've ever met. You're amazing at teaching as well. It's been a pleasure to work with you, and I am going to miss you, but I'm excited to see what your future holds.
Okay, next. Dayne Gradone, Cultural Anthropology.
Well, Dayne, I chaired your master's thesis efforts, and must say that it was a distinct pleasure to finally attend, though virtually from a great distance, your defense, and it was without a doubt a very compelling thesis, and we, the royal we anyway, will look forward to hearing from you, so stay in touch.
I wasn't able to be part of the committee. I was away from campus at that time, but Dayne, it's been such a great pleasure working with you, and to have you go and do your thesis research on something you love so passionately, long distance running in Iten, Kenya, and then to have it be for me, you going to the same part of the world and the same people, in fact, that I worked with 30 years earlier, was a once in a lifetime experience. And teaching with you and working with you in the graduate seminars and other classes, just wonderful. So I'm looking forward to reading your thesis Jesse has just shared with me, and that's going to be one of my pleasures this summer.
Well, Dayne, it was a very great pleasure to have been working with you. You took a class with me. It was really early on in your during your master's program, and it was a real pleasure to work with you. I hope you the best for the rest of what's coming next.
And we know that the images are coming up very briefly, at least on my screen, because of the lag when Colleen brings them up, the PowerPoint slides, but it's great to see your face on the screen and those of Miranda and Jacqueline so far.
Dayne, I'll chime in here. Sorry, the baby just woke up. I had to run off screen for a moment there. This is Thomas. I guess you have met. It's been a great pleasure working with you over the last few years. I just watched Stories in Thread for the first time in a while, a few days back, and I watched it with Daphne, and we both really enjoyed it, and it reminded me of what a great shooter you were, especially that scene moving through the bamboo, which I know that you enjoyed as well. But then you were my utility infielder at Alva for so long, and we worked on so many projects together, most recently at Fort Ross, and that's been a great privilege too. Regarding your research in Kenya, you went with one project to study long distance running, and then you completely pivoted to studying something relative to herbalists. And I think that shows the most important quality of a cultural anthropologist, which is to shape your research questions to the interests of the community where you're trying to work, rather than to the interests that you conceived before you had met those people in person. So I thought that showed a lot of intellectual humility and maturity. I'm glad you got that thesis done. You introduced me to the phrase dragging me over the finish line. And right now I'm dragging a lot of students over the finish line, and that phrase has helped me conceive of what my role is relative to my students in this crazy situation. So say hi, Thomas, that's you. And congratulations, I toast to your continued success.
Yeah, Dayne, I just wanted to say you've grown so much over the course of this program, and I just want to reiterate what Brian just said. That Stories in Thread film that we worked closely on really couldn't have been done without you and your keen eye. And I think you've grown so much, and I hope to see you grow more in the future.
Next, we have Ronnie Johnson, Archaeology.
Ronnie, congratulations. It seems like this thesis went on and on and on, because it did. It was over 400 pages, I believe, or at least that's how I remember it. I think the photo that was on the PowerPoint encapsulates you in a unique way. You were always fun-loving. You were always inclusive. You were always generous. These are great qualities to have, as well as being a scholar. I think you've developed more than anyone else that I've been able to work with in our program. And I think that's a testament to your effort and your hard work. I look forward to sending students your way, because I think you have a lot to teach others in terms of doing archaeology, section 106, and also just having that academic eye. So congratulations. It's well-deserved. Take care.
Congratulations, Ronnie. As Matt said, you put a dissertation's worth of information into your thesis. And we now have limits on page lengths because of that. But it was really a pleasure to read your thesis, and you made the most amazing figures. You did incredibly thorough research. And I think your thesis is going to stand as the definitive source on prehistory of Marin County. So congratulations. I really look forward to seeing what you achieve in your career in CRM.
We'll try this again. Next up is going to be Noel Jones, Archaeology.
Hello, Noel. Congratulations again on an amazing 3 years. You swept awards. You've written an amazing thesis, and you've been through so much in terms of personal and academic things. You have grown immensely in the 5 years that I've known you. I apologize for giving you an A- in archaeology as a junior, but maybe in some way it motivated you to kick ass like you have. And so I think there are many students who will try to emulate you, but it will be very difficult. I look forward to hearing about your adventures as well as your successes in the future. We'll always be bound by the fact we were born on the same day, but clearly much different time span. But I really appreciate everything you brought to the program. I've grown a lot in working with you, and I really appreciate all your hard work. Congrats.
Well, I'm so proud of you, Noel, and it's been really great to work with you and to get to know you over the past few years. I think you're the only student in SCA history to win the Student Paper Award twice. And it's just been incredible to help mentor you and to just see how you've grown and the kind of work that you've done over the last few years. So I know you're going to be successful in whatever you do. And I wish you the best of luck, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Next up, Cecily Merwin, Archaeology.
Cecily, congratulations. I bet most of the faculty are not aware of the fact that throughout most of your graduate time, you never bought the books that they required you to buy, and yet you finished with ACE. So I guess the joke's on us. And that was one of my favorite qualities of you, is the levity you brought to archaeology as well as to the classroom. But you never lost focus on the big picture, which is gaining the requisite knowledge to develop as an archaeologist. But you came in already with the work ethic and the background that made you successful with your BA. And I think you brought it to a new level with your master's. You worked on a site that's important to me, and I look forward to working with you on that site in the future. So I'll be in touch, and I hope you get that job at Plumas National Forest, and we can work in the local region in the near future as well. Congrats, take care.
Congratulations, Cecily. You did a really amazing job with your thesis. It's been great to work with you on that project and to work with you at the NEIC. So I wish you the best of luck. I hope you have fun in the forest. And I'm sorry, but you can't keep my dog. That wasn't part of the deal.
Okay, next up is going to be Vanessa Reeves, Physical Anthropology.
Hi, Vanessa. We're really proud of you. You've done some really amazing work here at Chico State. You've been extremely helpful in the lab with forensic casework and with isotope work, and you've just been helpful with all things that are going on in the department. We know you're going on for a PhD program, and you're still wrapping up the thesis, but we're just very proud of you, and we hope you stay in touch, and we wish you the best in your doctoral program in the fall.
Hi, Vanessa. We are going to miss having you here. It's been really good getting to know you over the past 3 years and having you as a TA in my ANTH 111 class and having you come over and spend time with the dogs. I know both Bentley and Sophia adore going on walks with you, so they'll miss you as well. Best of luck in your PhD next year.
Hi, Vanessa. Yeah, we're going to miss you next year for sure. You've spent a considerable amount of time in the lab in particular, and I will always be sad that we never got you out for rowing, even though we talked about it multiple times. But maybe Florida will offer more opportunities for you to get back into rowing in the future. Best of luck to you.
Congratulations, Vanessa. Super proud of you. It's been fun to get to work with you in different capacities through really from the beginning supervised college teaching in SI and TA and all sorts of different things. So I wish you the best and super excited to see what your next adventure brings.
Next is going to be Alex Rael, Cultural Anthropology.
Well, Alex, as the chair of your thesis committee, I want to wish you a hearty congratulations on a job done and done well. Congratulations, Alex.
Alex is the second member of the committee this term, and having known you now for years since undergraduate, fine work as a tutor and then co-teaching with me in Anthro 113 and our years of work on the Chico South Campus Neighborhood Project, in which you were absolutely indispensable, crucial to the quality of the project all the way through and utterly reliable. It's a pleasure that I was able to join with you and Jesse this spring to build on what you and Jesse and Ariane and others had put together in a really fascinatingly conceived project of Morocco and Spain and these enclaves in the West African and Central African and Syrian and Jordanian and Egyptian refugees of all kinds, that you aim very high with your project beautiful photographs and insights that I'll remember and that the world needs desperately into these circumstances. So congratulations on a job well done.
Well, congratulations, Alex. I'm very happy for you. It's been a bumpy road with everything that happened, including the fire, but it's done. And I wish you the best of luck for what's coming up next.
I'll chime in on the photos. Alex, you really do have eyes. I wish I had gotten you behind the camera, behind one of my cameras, but I wish you all the best, and I toast your continued success. No whiskey for you, Thomas. Oh, you see your mom. Poor guy. You want to jump through the computer.
Next up is Leah Tray, Physical Anthropology.
Hi, Leah. A huge congratulations to you. You did a great job with your thesis, and you really stuck to it, and you overcame a lot of obstacles with deadlines and timelines with trying to do your data collection, and I think you had a really original idea that you tested out. You've been a great student to have in classes, and you have a great sense of humor, and really appreciate all your help in the lab and just in general. So wish you well with your next step in life, and please stay in touch.
Hi, Leah. It's been a pleasure working with you and having you in class over the past 3 years. It's been really fun having you as a TA in ANTH 111 this semester and being able to work with you and get to know you a little bit better in the classroom. You're a great teacher, and I have no doubt that you're going to excel in medical school, and we wish you the best moving forward.
Yeah. Like with all the others, we're really going to miss you. Leah, you have a wicked sense of humor that we greatly appreciate. And while we know that your years ahead, especially as you pursue medical school, will not be easy, you've shown tremendous perseverance on almost double the class load that most students have to take here during your master's program. And we have no doubt that that will help you in your future course of plans. So congratulations.
Congratulations, Leah. It's been so much fun getting a chance to work with you. Just such an enjoyable person and hard worker, and I'm super excited for your future. Best of luck.
Okay, and last but not least, Museum Studies, and also 2020 Graduate Student Speaker Selection.
Hi, Ashlyn. Just want to give you a huge, huge congratulations. I know you've worked very hard to come to this moment in your life. Even your father was crying when he saw you receive your master's. I just want to say a few things about the incredible work that you've put in over the past few years. You've been here not only working for the NEIC, but also getting an incredible internship at the PEM. You have created excellent exhibits in the museum. You have also created exhibits in our library to disseminate the knowledge that you've been able to acquire over the years. And on top of all that, you created a website to disseminate that knowledge as well. So I know that you created a really strong ohana with the cohort, and I just want to mention that you've created the same ohana here with the Department of Anthropology. We are so proud of you. You have been able to not only build knowledge on the heritage of Native Hawaiians, but also integrate your own heritage into that. And that is rare to see, of bringing yourself into that. You've always been passionate about it from the first day I met you. And so your passion drove you to succeed, and I hope it continues.
So, hi, Ashlyn. Your thesis was outstanding. One of the best I've read in a long time. And when you came into the program, I was so excited about meeting you because I've always had an interest in Hawaii and Native Hawaiian peoples. And I've never been to Hawaii, but now because I know you, I really want to go. So when we can travel again. I am impressed with all of your achievements, including being grad speaker. but also to your internship at the Peabody Essex and all of the wonderful things that you've done. You've accomplished a lot in the time you've been here. It's impressive. And I hope that you will continue on, because if you continue on to another graduate program, they'll be very fortunate to have you. Anyway, I'll miss our chats. Maybe we can, Dr. Nitsky and you and I can celebrate when we can actually be face-to-face again for your finishing your thesis and finishing it extremely well. And in the meantime, don't be a stranger. We're here on Zoom. We're here virtually. And again, congratulations for a job extremely well done.
Okay, and with that.
Wait, I want to chime in on Ashlyn. Hi, Ashlyn. We worked together a lot over the years. I remember reviewing your application to the program and being super excited about it. I remember having the opportunity to call you on the phone and tell you that you were admitted, and being very excited about that too. But probably what I remember best of all is the nonchalant way that you mentioned that, yeah, in Hawaii, we all walk around with big knives and kill boars with them as we encounter them in the forest. And deciding at that moment to have you direct a project about wild boar infestation in California. I also really appreciated your sass over the years. I think that some of my students are a little bit shy about sassing me back too much, but you sure never were. And what can I say? It makes the classroom a lot more fun. You did such a great job with my students in visual anthropology a couple weeks ago, and such a great job with your movie. And so even though I didn't read your thesis, I sure did enjoy working with you over the years, and I wish you all the best and toast your continued success. Oh, and one more thing. You are super good at raising money, and I appreciate that. You hoovered up every cent that a graduate student could possibly get from this university, and you did it with grace and elan. Well done.
Congratulations, Ashlyn. I know you from our 600 course seminar and enjoyed so much meeting you then. I'm very happy for you today.
Say one more thing, Ashlyn. Thank you for identifying some of the oceanic objects in the museum's collection, including the tattooing stick. I would never have known what it is and what it was used for, so we can talk more about that. But again, thank you for helping with the misidentification of objects in our collection that were incorrectly identified, and that through your knowledge and expertise, we now know what they are. Thanks.
Okay, now we just want to say to all of our graduates, as a faculty, congratulations. So we'll open up the floor to everybody and congratulate you on that.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Miss you guys.
Congrats.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You guys are the best.
Don't forget us.
Best of luck in the future.
Stay in
and
touch.
we'll-